from the dusty corners of the wrestling archives, from the golden age of body slams, headlocks, and locker room legends. And we bring you a time machine made of ink, paper, and pure attitude. Welcome to From the Pages, the only show that doesn't just read wrestling history, it lives it. And today, we dig our boots into the August 1964 issue of Official Wrestling Magazine, a 50-cent ticket to a world where men were titans, women were warriors, and every page held more drama than 100 soap operas combined. And this wasn't just a magazine. This was, scripture for the squared circle, a tabloid Bible that cast its spotlight on gods of the ring and demons in tights. You'll hear about Giant Baba, the Japanese juggernaut, so terrifying on television, he was literally banned from the airwaves. That's right. Not kayfabe, not storyline, but real-life outrage from viewers across the country who couldn't believe what they saw. Baba was a 7-foot thunderclap in boots, and the fans weren't ready. You'll meet Rita Cortez, a bombshell bruiser who could knock your teeth out and steal your spotlight, and Gypsy Joe, the madman with a soft spot for tulips and a suplex that could split concrete. And I said you'll hear Ernie Ladd lay down gospel about why wrestling isn't just tougher than football. It's a whole different religion. You'll face the Sheik, Klein, the Great Bolos, and a Manchurian menace so wild, so ferocious, they just called him ferocity personified. You want tag team chaos, fan letters flying off the page, editorials raging against the slow death of technical wrestling? We've got it all, and it's real. All of it pulled directly from the sacred scrolls of official wrestling. No filler, no fantasy, just the voice of the era, unfiltered, unapologetic, unbelievable. From the pages of Official Wrestling Magazine, August 1964, we are taken into a vintage era where legends were forged and reputations lived in black and white ink. The spotlight begins with Giant Baba, the 7-foot titan from Japan who caused such an uproar with his dominant performance on TV that promoter Fred Doyle was forced to remove him from television entirely. Viewers flooded switchboards with complaints after Baba crushed his opponents so decisively that it was deemed too shocking for small children and the elderly. While Doyle defended Baba's right to compete in live arenas, he drew the line at broadcast exposure, citing public safety. But Baba continued to destroy opponents in record time, leading to speculation about whether his dominance was due solely to his size or if his speed, agility, and karate background were equally responsible. We then shift to the raw honesty of Ernie Ladd, former NFL star turned wrestler, who boldly declares that wrestling is tougher than football. Ladd outlines the brutal, unpredictable physical demands of the ring and reflects on the personal challenge of starting from the bottom again. In a compelling character piece, Seymour Smith introduces Tony Rose, a ferocious competitor from Terre Haute who brought relentless aggression to women's wrestling, while Bob Harding covers William the Conqueror, a man desperately trying to break out from the middle of the card into main event status. Pete Waldmare offers a thrilling look at a showdown with the Sheik, emphasizing the fear and unpredictability that accompanied every one of his appearances. Nat Broody highlights Luke Klein, praising his no-nonsense, fundamentally sound style that set him apart from flashier competitors. Cliff Keen delivers an eccentric profile of Gypsy Joe and his unexpected affinity for tulips, blending in-ring chaos with personal quirks. Mike Iannarella writes on Rita Cortez, whose beauty may turn heads, but whose in-ring style is all business, brash, tough, and relentless. Bob Leonard paints a vivid portrait of the Manchurian, a silent and violent enigma whose presence in the ring is pure ferocity. And Jim Scott takes us into the world of Don DiNucci, the grappling gondolier who brings his European influence and old world charm to American audiences. Ed Laberwitt covers the Great Bolos, a masked tag team shrouded in mystery, fiercely private and even more vicious in the ring. In the editorial section and in this corner, the magazine reflects on aging legends like Jumping Joe Savoldi and Gorgeous George. Savoldi, now a high school science teacher pursuing a master's degree, speaks warmly of George Wagner, the man behind the Gorgeous George persona, whom he remembers not as a flamboyant gimmick, but as a strong, aggressive wrestler who once forced a draw in front of 18,000 fans. The editorial laments the rise of the forearm smash as a dominant move, arguing that excessive use of it robs the sport of its intended artistry. The letters section brings readers' voices to life with passionate takes on tag team rule enforcement, praise for the Dirty Daltons, debates about women's rankings, and advocacy for the Sheik and Princess Little Cloud. Fans call for better officiating, recognition for overlooked wrestlers, and even submit their own top 10 lists, including a fiery defense of the fabulous Moolah as the true women's champion. The issue rounds out with regular features like Match of the Month, Picture of the Month, Fan Clan Corner, and the official ratings on page 58. And with every word, every feature, and every fan letter, Official Wrestling Magazine, August 1964, captures the heart of a sport in transition, where tradition wrestled with innovation and the fans never held back. And there you have it. A journey through a magazine that didn't just report wrestling. It was wrestling. August 1964's official wrestling issue wasn't printed on paper. It was burned into history with a hot press and a hotter temper. Every article, every photo, every passionate fan letter screamed what we already knew. Wrestling has always been more than a sport. It's a saga, a battlefield, a brotherhood. A beautiful bloody ballet where the only thing faker than the blood is thinking any of this doesn't matter. We met titans. We read their words. We relived their wars. And through every turn of the page, we felt the fire. From Giant Baba's karate lace chaos to Don DiNucci's gondolier grappling. From Rita Cortez's wild eyes to Ernie Ladd's brutal honesty. From the mailbag warriors who fought over rankings to the editorial fury about forearms and forgotten fundamentals. This is what From the Pages is all about. Resurrecting the pulse of pro wrestling, one magazine at a time. So if you lived it, missed it, or just want to feel the way wrestling used to feel, do us a favor. Slam that like button, drop an elbow on subscribe, share this video like it's a championship you just won, and stick with us because the magazines may be old, but the stories, they never age.